Hey, what is going on, you chilled carcoal? Chilling Rain is here. I know it's been a little while since I've made a video. I took a little bit of a break for about a week there, but I'm back, guys. Chilling Rain is here. I was streaming a ton of it the other day, twitch.tv/AzulGG. I stream every day except Tuesdays, and except when I'm taking a break. But besides that, I'm streaming there over on the Twitch channel. First link in the description, give it a follow. You guys are missing out on a ton of Chilling Rain PTCGO content, so go check out the Twitch stream. Also want to give a huge shout out to Channel Fireball. If you guys need cards, if you need physical cards from the new set or older stuff as well, go check it out, channelfireball.com. Use code AzulGG if you want to support me, and then also head on over to PTCGO store if you guys need codes. If you need code cards for PTCGO to get the new cards on PTCGO, to play with the new cards on PTCGO store, place to get your codes. And yeah, so let's talk about the deck we're playing today. We're playing some Calyrex Shadow Rider. Of course, the big hype card from the new set is that Shadow Rider Calyrex, 320 HP, Underworld Door. Now, this is the big part about this card, is the ability. Once on your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon, or bench Psychic Pokemon, my bad. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, draw 2 cards. So pretty good. Drawing 2 cards, putting energy in play, that's not bad. Then the attack, Colorless, Max Geist. This attack does 30 more damage for each Psychic Energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So every Pokemon in play, you're doing 30 more psychic damage, so not bad in that regard as well. So this is the build that I came to the other day. There's a ton of ways that people are playing this. I tried out a bunch of different ways on the stream the other day. There's just so many ways to play this deck, it's kind of insane. So at 4/4 Shadow Rider, that's pretty much our only attacker. Besides, we have this one Zapdos V in here, and I play 2 Aurora Energy to give us an out against the Eternatus matchup, because there's a lot of Eternatus VMAX running around the other day. I didn't play against any of them, but gives you an answer against Eternatus VMAX. So we got the Zapdos, the Galarian Zapdos V in here, plus the double Aurora Energy to help us combat the Eternatus. And then besides that, it is just straightforward Calyrex. Now, I'm not trying, this is not a Path to the Peak build, which a lot of people have been playing. I think there's definitely some merit in that build, and that build can be very good, but I haven't tried it out yet at all. So we're playing a little bit more of a counter Path to the Peak build. I got the Marshadow in here, of course, for the resetting hole, so we can bump Path to the Peak. And we also got 2 Swells in here for a little bit more stadium control as the game develops. And then that's kind of it. Then we have 1 Detene, 1 Crobat, and 1 Eldegoss. So not a whole ton of Pokemon in this deck, which has been a little bit annoying, to be honest, because we open up with the Detene, Eldegoss, and Crobat so often because we don't really play that many basic Pokemon. So it's reasonable that we open up with them. It makes me want to try and add maybe like second Marshadow or something to just have more cards that we could put in play that just, or would start with, that just aren't one of our support Pokemon. And the rest of this is super straightforward from there. A lot of Pokemon search cards, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Fog Crystal, 2/2 split on the comms and the Incense, and of course we got the good old 4 Marnie, 4 Research, and then 3 Boss. And I play 1 Phoebe in here alongside the Eldegoss, which has also made me want to kind of play a Cheryl as well, to add like another tech supporter. We draw so many cards with this deck that would be pretty reasonable to find when we need it, a one of Cheryl. So I kind of want to include a Cheryl into this deck as well, so I might add that in. Try that out a little bit later on. I haven't tried out a Cheryl yet, but because we have the Eldegoss in here to combo with the Phoebe, so we can beat Luke Metal, which I ran into, and I was like, I want to be able to beat this. And then I hit an ADP with his Zamazenta the next game, so it worked out there. So I like the Phoebe in here for that. It gives us an out to the Luke Metal matchup, and any other like Decidueye, Altaria, stuff like that, shenanigans that kind of show up. So we get an out to that by having the Phoebe. We also have the Astral Barrage for stuff like that, but it doesn't do that much. 50 damage. Put 5 damage on 2 of our opponent's Pokemon isn't KOing stuff very, very fast. So it's nice to have something a little bit more aggressive, like the Phoebe in here. But you can't just rock the Phoebe, so I had to include the Eldegoss as well. And that opens up kind of like, well, if we have the Eldegoss in here, kind of combos well with Cheryl. So Cheryl's a card I'm looking to add in here as well, especially when we already play 2 energy retrieval. So we have some energy recovery in here. So when we use a Cheryl and we lose, 3 energy on a Calyrex, we have some energy recovery to get those energy back, put them back into play, and draw more cards. And then we do play alongside the double Aurora. We got 11 of those basic Psychics down here. And yeah, that's pretty much all to say about the list. Straightforward Calyrex build. I'm still going to try out like the Path to the Peak builds, and I'll be coming out with videos on those kind of builds eventually as well. But if you guys want to catch all the action, all the decks that I'm playing with and trying out from Chilling Rain, go check out the Twitch stream. First in the description, twitch.tv/AzulGG, and all the lists that I come up with and post over here on the YouTube will make their way over to PokemonCard.io. So if you want to import any of the lists that I post with videos on the YouTube channel, PokemonCard.io, link in the description for that as well. Let's get into it. All right, we're getting into our first game here. I'm gonna open up the Zapdos here because we might want to set up this Calyrex on the bench. Our opening hand is pretty good. I almost want to. I don't really want a Data Change, do I? I don't want to calm that away either. I want to like go maybe Quick Ball away the retrieval. I want another Calyrex V on the bench for sure, and then I should be able to work with the rest of this hand just fine. Throw the air balloon down and then pass over to my opponent. So they opened a Jirachi, so we have no idea what they're playing for sure. But if I had to guess, I guess I would guess they're probably rocking the Rapid Strike, because that's usually what you find Jirachi in these days, is just a Rapid Strike Jirachi deck. They of course could be playing something else, but I can't think of what it would possibly be, to be honest. So I'm going with that. But yeah, we have a pretty good setup here on our first turn. Double Calyrex V. Can hopefully get out 2 VMAXs, start drawing a bunch of cards, get an attack off next turn. We did whiff the turn 1 energy attachment, but I don't mind just kind of holding this hand and not using Dede Change or Crobat off the start here. And just kind of chilling, because if we use Crobat or Dedenne and don't draw into too much and then they just Marnie us anyways, we kind of lose that draw support, and things can start to fall apart from there. So we'll wait and see what our opponent's got going on. There's a switch with not much else set up. I don't think that's going to be doing a whole ton for them, but we'll wait and see. Here comes a boss bench. It's a Dragapult VMAX deck we're up against. They got the turn 1 energy, so they're doing just fine. So from what I played of this matchup, it's felt super good, to be honest. So feeling pretty good about this one already. But we'll see how it goes. The game has barely developed so far. I would evolve the bench, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much which one I evolve, I guess. Attach to the bench here, draw some cards, a new air balloon for the active to move that. Unfortunately, I can't get out another one. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and Marnie. I'm not gonna play, like, my opponent had like a pretty fine start, so I don't think their hand is dead or anything. Our draw is a little subpar, nothing really too great here. We're just gonna go ahead and grab ourselves another Calyrex V, and then I think we're just gonna pass. I could Dede Change to try and build up more energy into play. I could actually get off an attack this turn, but I'm not feeling too pressured to attack this turn. But we could. All right, let's go for it. The more I think about it, the more I kind of want to attack this turn. And yeah, here we go. Calyrex V, another door. I don't want to use the Fall Crystal yet because I'd rather draw into a Psychic Energy and attach it, and then throw out a Swell. And then yeah, go ahead and get this knockout on this first turn. That Max Geist, take out this Jirachi, and yeah, we're kind of chilling. This is a pretty good start so far. We got the boss. So on this turn right here, we can actually make a play. I did this up against a Dragapult VMAX the other day where I went knock out that one prizer. Now, if they don't make both of these VMAXs and we get, what do we need? 3, 180, 190. We need 4 energy this turn. So if we get, oh, but they play Crushing Hammer. So we're probably, well, who knows? Maybe it'll work. We can actually get a KO on one of these Dragapult Vs and then 1-hit KO the VMAX on the following turn. Now it's going to be a little bit harder because we lose this hand. But they put 2 Vs in play, so they can't double VMAX both of them. So it's almost, this one's guaranteed going to be sticking around. And apparently their draw was just really bad. No VMAX, I would assume, on the other side of that hand. They didn't want to stick around. So we get a pretty easy dub here in this first one. Hopefully they're not all this easy though. All right, getting to another one. We just took down that Dragapult, which it was kind of like I wanted to play it out a little. I was hoping they would get a VMAX there so we could play it out a little bit longer than they ended up conceding, unfortunately. But hopefully get a little bit more game out of this one. But I wanted to like go for that line of play where we're gonna go like boss KO Dragapult V off the bench and then 1-hit KO the VMAX on the following turn. Didn't end up happening. There goes this game. Pretty good start here. A lot of options for Pokemon search, which is really good. We can actually go like quick ball, double Calyrex V. Then we would have to decide where we want to go from there. Up against an Urshifu deck, a Rapid Strike. I'm sure they probably rock the Jirachi, so not going to be able to stop them completely. But we could go like a Shadow Mist on our first turn to shut down. Yeah, Shadow Mist turn 1. I don't hate the idea of a Shadow Mist turn 1, to be honest. We can shut down those Special Energy and Stadium. Not really sure what Stadium I'd be shutting down here from them. Oh, okay, apparently Path to the Peak. So yeah, we are gonna Shadow Mist turn 1 for sure. I don't want no paths to any peak being put into play. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach here. Put this here. Calm away this. Get another Calyrex V. I'm gonna quick ball away the switch, and I think I'm gonna grab Crobat if Crobat's in there. If not, we'll go for the Dene. But I want to go with Crobat because I want to use this quick ball to get another Calyrex V into play, which is a good chance to get it no matter what, but it just feels a little bit better. We got this Zapdos, which I don't think is going to do anything really. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out this Chaotic Swell. A Fog Crystal, grab a Calyrex V. Unfortunately, the fourth one isn't in there, or I would have also gone and grabbed that. Get rid of the Zapdos. I could grab the Marshadow, but they could actually snipe the Marshadow. I don't want to give them that option to snipe my Marshadow, so I'm just gonna go ahead and research here now, and our hand is ridiculous. Oh no, I forgot to Shadow Mist. This is actually the first time I would have Shadow Mist. I completely forgot that there's actually like, I was like in my head, I was just like, well, there's no attack to use. Okay, go ahead. Should have Shadow Misted. It doesn't prevent a whole ton, I guess. Like if my opponent has a Path to the Peak here, we have the Chaotic Swell. Maybe they want to use VMAX Rapid Flow. I mean, now they can like KO my Crobat, I guess, and like hit one of my horses, but I think we'll be fine. It's not like that big of a deal, I don't think. I mean, it could be a big deal. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. It's correct that I would have used it. I should have used Shadow. We also would have done 20 damage, so I should have used it. Not trying to make any excuses here, but I don't think it's gonna be the most detrimental thing ever here. I think we can survive the lack of the Shadow Mist this turn, especially with how good of a hand we have right here. As long as it doesn't get shuffled. If our hand gets shuffled and it's getting shuffled. Okay, if our hand's getting shuffled, it's possible we draw back into it, I guess. Yeah, my bad. No Stadium, no Special Energy. 20 damage could have been relevant, I guess. Like I said. Follow-up, looking a little weak. But we have the Dedenne in the deck, so we can go ahead and hit the Dedenne change. I'm sure they're going to VMAX Rapid Flow here, which means... we won't have to worry about the Marshadow potentially not blocking a Path to the Peak. Although with this in play now, I might just leave the bench space open for Eldegoss potentially. Yeah, there's that KO on my... This horse got hit up really hard too, so... But we're fine. They didn't attach Special Energy. They didn't play a Stadium, so the 20 damage is really all I missed out on there, which isn't that big of a deal, I don't think. We actually top decked the Eldegoss, so I think I'm just going to go Goss for research, especially because Dedenne is prized. So, and I think I might actually just discard this like I was saying. So I think I'm going to go Goss for research, and we just need some horses. Let's see if we can get them. Comms, Evolution Incense. The horses are in the deck. A little bit of a weak draw so far, but we can do 2 abilities so far, so we just need like 1 ability short be able to get off the full shebang. Maybe I should use the Evolution. No, because I want the Evolution Incense around to get like another one out. Now I'll use this one to get this one out, and unfortunately we'll energy retrieval only for 1 energy, but we have so many energy left in the deck that this shouldn't be that big of a deal to set up this next Calyrex. So here, draw 2 more. Yep. Then we throw this one down, retreat to this one, put an energy on this one, and you guys can just see like how many cards we draw with this deck. It is absolutely absurd. Yeah, it's insane. And we are just short of the knockout by 10 damage, which would have been Shadow Mist damage. So punished, full punished here. Shadow Mist would have got us the knockout had I just used it on the last turn, but I didn't. So we'll see where it goes from here. I feel like we're still in a pretty good spot. They have no energy in play. This thing is stuck in the active with a telescopic sight. Like, that's not very good to have in the act. No air balloon. We got the Swell in here, so they can't put... I mean, they play Path to the Peak, so it makes me think they don't play... makes me think that they don't play the Rapid Strike Stadium because they play Path. It's probably a heavy Path to the Peak deck. They're playing the Inteleon engine, so they're not relying too heavily on, like, Dedenne or Crobat. And they can use the Inteleons to kind of find extra cards, or Jirachi. No Jirachi, no Cincino, so... they got the Inteleon in there as their, like, extra utility search engine cards stuff. Path won't hit them too hard. But we'll see. We'll see what else they got there. I mean, I'm still feeling good. Like I said, I'm still feeling good. They have 4 prize cards. We're 1-hit KOing next turn. As long as we find an energy. But yeah, that was a... yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes that happens. Not that big of a deal. We'll be fine. We will be okay. We'll survive to the next turn, and like I said, we're still in a really good spot. Just need to take this knockout, and here comes the... Oh, they're going with the trainer one. They also play the new Inteleon with that quick shooting that puts 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, so they can do like a lot of snipe damage stuff. Oh, they actually play... They also actually play the... I didn't see that. They play Scoop Up Nets, which is interesting. I feel like that's not too... ridiculously strong in the Inteleon build. It's just awkward because like you want to set up one of your Inteleons to be this one, so you're not going to scoop up net that one, and then yeah, I don't know, it just feels kind of awkward. I guess you could do like evolve one, quick shooting, scoop up net it, evolve the other one, quick shooting, and then you bench the Sobble back down. Is like a theoretical play that can happen. But they grabbed Incense and a Switch there, I believe. So they got new VMAX. Probably gonna go ahead and switch into that, and then go from there. They're gonna switch into that. Yeah, makes sense. Switch into the new VMAX. Play the I believe they have a research, and then probably play the research. But like I said, we're really good. They're gonna hit us, and then we're gonna knock that thing out. And then, I mean, they can't G-Max Rapid Flow on the following turn, and then we just need to chase this thing and knock that out. We have 2 boss in hand, which we'll probably shuffle back into the deck on this next turn with a Marnie. Just gonna find 1 energy, and it's so easy to find energy because not only do we play 13 of them, we also play the Fog Crystals, which are not only great to find our basic Psychic Pokemon, but also can find energy. It's kind of absurd. The amount of consistency and just Fog Crystal adds so much to this deck is kind of insane. So here's the Gale Thrust. Now we're gonna attack with this pony. I'm gonna go. Okay, so we drew the energy first. Let's put the energy down here. Draw some cards. I'm gonna put it here again, I think, because this one is just like full HP, chilling. Fog Crystal, energy. Over there, I guess. We'll put 1 over here, I guess, at the very least. Throw this down, switch into it. I just want to see how they win next turn. So I mean, I could, maybe I should chill a little bit on my energy usage. I didn't use that many energy, I guess. Fall away that, both those are useless. There's still a decent amount of energy left in the deck. Max Ice for the knockout. Yeah, I have the boss in hand, so I may as well just wait to boss this thing up. Because I guess the one play they could make here is to like stamp us. There's my reset stamp. You could like stamp us low, and then maybe I should burn the switch as well. Actually, to be honest, they could like stamp us low and just kind of chill for a turn and be like, all right, attach here, pass, and they're gonna go for like a snipe, KO this and this or this and so on. So that's probably their plan, or Marnie us. They could Marnie us as well. We didn't get our Dedenne out of our prize card, which was the prize card we were looking for there. Because if we get the Dedenne out of there, that's like that much more. Here comes that reset stamp. So, I mean, I could have played Marnie, would have disrupted their hand. I probably still had a really good chance to draw into the boss. But hey, look at that. Psychic Energy, Fog Crystal, that's +4 cards to see this turn. And we're actually not going to play the Fog Crystal first because we can use 3 of these abilities. So we want to draw into a Psychic Energy first, see 6. I mean, I guess it's not guaranteed, but we do have 3 boss left. So maybe I will play the Fog Crystal first. So I don't, it's such a high chance that I draw into Fog Crystal or Psychic Energy. Maybe I will play this first, actually. Yeah, 3 boss in the deck. Let's see if we can do it. 1 to here. We drew into none. Okay. Underworld door here now. And get a boss. No boss. Oh no, we could actually lose this. This is not looking good. Sheesh. How much HP do I have left? 140. Throw this here. Get rid of a Marnie. Maybe we should put on the Eldegoss, to be honest. And then Marnie, I guess. We whiffed. So that's a thing. There it is for next turn. I think if I attack with this one in the active, how does this thing work? Ooh, this only affects the bench though. But this guy could snipe 20. It's -30. I think if I attack with this one, if I leave this on the bench, they will be able to snipe KO it and then also snipe KO this. So I think if I attack with this one, this gives us the best chance here. And also, to be honest, I probably shouldn't have attacked there, although it does prevent scoop up net. It doesn't mean they can't scoop up net this and then reset it like that. So it does do that. We also didn't get our reset stamp, which kind of stunk there, actually, to be honest. Although I guess it's 4 to 4, so it doesn't make too big of a deal. So now they couldn't scoop up net this thing, I guess. So I guess that's good. They couldn't scoop up net this and kind of go from there. So here's the G-Max Rapid Flow. Shouldn't be able to knock out. Oh, can they do 200? Oh, here comes the, oh my gosh, they will. 20 here. And then they can go knock out Eldegoss. That's super unfortunate. So, I mean, we had a good shot there on that last turn with the boss. I maybe shouldn't have played the Fog Crystal like I did, to be honest. Now I'm kind of rethinking that line where I shouldn't have played the Fog Crystal like that. So that was maybe a mistake. But also just use your Astral Barrage or whatever that first attack is when you can. Or you're going to end up like me, losing to no Jirachi GX Rapid Strike with your Calyrex, which just shouldn't happen. Yeah, that shouldn't... I shouldn't lose that, but I did. Let's get to the next one. All right, here we go again, getting into another one. This is what I was talking about like opening awkward starters. So we got the Eldegoss start, which is just like not great. It's not terrible, but there's the Zapdos already. So we got that going for us, I guess, at the very least. We got a decent hand here. I don't think I care about Swell against Eternatus, so I'm gonna quick ball away the Swell. Just grab ourselves a Calyrex. I don't want to show the Zapdos to my opponent yet, so I'm just gonna throw this down. I'm just gonna pass. The next turn we're gonna throw down the Calyrex, start drawing cards, try and get ourselves out of this. I'm a complete brick, but it's not great. And apparently it's not great for my opponent either, because they've got a pretty bad start as well. Here comes a Crobat for 2 after playing a boss. Finds themselves a Moltres, which this thing is really annoying for us to actually deal with. But we can one-hit KO it with the Calyrex. We can't KO it with Zapdos, even if they attack. They'll only do 30 to themselves, so they'll have 190 left. So that's like a really annoying. Ooh, another horse is not what we're looking for. So that's, yeah. But if we can get a lot of energy set up in play, we can use like a Calyrex VMAX to take that thing out, and give ourselves kind of a chance. I don't know, pass. This is not good. We need way more Calyrex and way more energy in play to combat this Moltres. Thankfully, they only have 1 energy on it right now. Now it's 2, and it's going to keep going up and up and up the more this game continues. So that's like really, really scary for us. Here comes a quick ball, getting rid of energy. Now it's going to be 3. They could have just switch boss right now and knock us out. That would be terrible. That'd be terrible. I'm terrified right now. Please don't have that. Give me a chance here. Yeah, Moltres is set up. Maybe even escape rope. That would be kind of scary as well. Yeah, the Moltres is actually really annoying. Like, we have the Zapdos to help us against Eternatus VMAX, but the Moltres is such a good attacker into us. Like, it KOs this. Oh no, do they actually have the boss? It'd be terrible. No boss. Okay, so this is good. Now they don't one-hit KO our Zapdos though. So if we hit it, they would actually knock themselves out if they hit again. So if we can attack with Zapdos this turn, that would be very good. I'm gonna go ahead and bench the Zapdos. Treat. Yeah, Underworld. Door. Got a Marnie, got a Quick Ball. Not getting Aurora Energy yet, but could still find. We're gonna give up a boss here, I think, to grab ourselves another Calyrex V. And gonna go ahead and play the Marnie. Hopefully find the Aurora Energy and just hit this thing, because that'd be great, because then they can't attack with it again. If we can find that Aurora, go deeper, and I think we're gonna go deeper. Ball Crystal. Another horse. Crobat for 3. Hopefully don't draw into too many VMAX. We're gonna go ahead and day change. We haven't attached yet still, and getting this hit would be huge. Oh, still no luck. Okay, go ahead and attach to a different horse then. I think we're just have to go with the pass over to my opponent from here. Not great. Not terrible, though, if they don't really do too much this turn. It's very possible my opponent doesn't do a whole ton. If they have a boss here, that would be terrible. But then I guess our Zapdos could swing back. So it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. But then Eternatus should have an energy by then as well. And they play the E-Switch build, so they can, like, make an Eternatus VMAX kind of pop up out of nowhere, which is also really scary. A lot of things that are really scary here. We'll see what they got, though. Yeah, there's the attach to the Eternatus. So now we want to KO this thing with a Calyrex VMAX. That would be ideal. And we just drew a ton of energy. I'm actually going to go ahead and search out an energy here because we want to find ourselves a switch card, which we only have 2 left of. Or Boss Aurora to take this thing out wouldn't be terrible, but that's not really what I'm looking to do here, to be honest. I want to KO the active with a Calyrex, which we should be able to do if we put 4 energy in play, I believe. I want to say that's doable. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I want to say that's doable. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it here. So I'm gonna switch into this one with the 3, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Yep, that'll do. Go ahead and burn this because I can't find anything anymore. We just have a Marshadow left in the deck. Switch. Get to keep the Zapdos around, which is huge. Here we go. Max Geist finally getting an attack off. This one's been a little bit scrappy. And yeah, Moltres pairs up really well into what we got going on. It's unfortunate we weren't able to get the Zapdos hit on the last turn. That would have been great. That would have been super sick. Get the Zapdos hit on the Moltres. Then if they attack with the burn, they knock themselves out. And then we can kind of go from there and probably piece together a dub. But now it's looking a little bit sketchy, to be honest. And we'll see what my opponent has here this turn. Yeah, because they can actually go VMAX, because they got this V. Make it a VMAX, attach your energy, hit. And then even if I KO it with the Zapdos, they can go put a V down this turn. Next turn, VMAX, attach Moltres. Because they have the second Moltres in the hand that we saw. Moltres, E-switch over. We should kind of lose. Here comes the Great Ball. It's a big one. There's the VMAX. Okay, they got the VMAX. We were hoping they wouldn't find. They found it, though. So that stinks for us. So that's bad. Well played. Oh no, they have the goon ping for my Zapdos V. Of course, I completely forgot about goons for a second there. I was like, well, I guess maybe it's possible they don't play as many because they are playing, you know, they are playing the Moltres and stuff and the E-switches, but at least they're at least playing 2 goons. Confirmed. 2 goons at the very least. And yeah, Dread End knocking out my Calyrex VMAX. All right, so came up short against the Eternatus, but we had a really slow start. My opponent didn't have a super aggressive start themselves, but they were attacking with Moltres while we were kind of doing nothing. So weren't able to piece it together. We tried. Definitely winnable with the Zapdos, but it can be a little bit hard to get going. I guess it was just a tough game to get going there in general. But that's Calyrex, straightforward Calyrex. Like I said, it's not the path to the peak build that a lot of people have been playing with. I will be trying out that build over on the stream, so make sure you check out the stream. It's a really straightforward build. We're just swinging. We're swinging really aggressively, really fast, and that's kind of the whole game plan. Trying to be as aggressive as possible with it and not get bodied by path to the peak. So we play the Swells, we play the Marshadow. We did kind of get bodied there by a turn just in the end, though. But yeah, more Chilling Reign coming at you guys soon. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment if you want to. See you next time. Peace.